It all started on Chicken Nugget Day. We were at our usual lunch table, me, Diego, Marcus, and Eli, minding our own business when Chaos decided to pull up a chair. Diego suddenly slammed his tray down like he just cracked a government conspiracy and shouted, "Wait, Eli's birthday is Saturday." Eli blinked mid-nugget. "Yeah." And that's when it happened. Diego got that face. The "I have a plan that might get us expelled or arrested, but we're doing it anyway" face. Marcus lit up instantly. "Bro, we gotta do something legendary. Like, they still talk about this at graduation, legendary," Diego added. Eli just looked confused and a little scared. "Guys." Diego ignored him completely. "We're throwing you a surprise rave." "A what now?" Eli asked, still chewing. "A rave. 3 a.m. Your backyard. Fog machine. Music. Lights. Balloons. Snacks." Marcus gasped like someone just gave him a puppy and a Red Bull. "I still have glow sticks from Halloween. And my cousin's a DJ. He owes me a favor." "Me? I was just trying to finish lunch without being recruited into a felony." "Are you seriously doing this?" I asked. "Oh, we're so serious," Diego said, pulling out a napkin like it was a blueprint to world domination. "Operation Birthday Rager." Eli looked horrified. "My dad wakes up at 6 to jog. If he hears anything, then we party in silence," Diego grinned. "Ninja style. In. Out. Legendary birthday. No one gets caught. Let me tell you something about Mr. Thompson, Eli's dad. Ex-military. Buzz cut. Probably has night vision goggles. Not the kind of guy who handles backyard EDM at 3 a.m. well. Which is exactly why Marcus thought it made the plan more exciting. It's high risk, high reward," he said like he was defusing a bomb. Then Diego dropped the final detail. "My cousin still has the fog machine from that Vegas wedding." "What kind of wedding has a fog machine?" I asked. "A dope one. Don't question art." Eli looked like his soul left his body. "This is a crime," he said. "Not if it's for friendship," Diego declared, holding up his pizza crust like a sword. "This is how legends are made." Then the bell rang. Diego crumpled the napkin blueprint and shoved it in his pocket like a treasure map. As we got up, he pointed dramatically. "Saturday night. Wear black. Bring snacks. Don't tell Eli's mom." And just like that, it was happening. Later that night. Group chat. Diego, Operation Birthday Rave is a go. Marcus, let's go. Me, still think this is a bad idea. Eli, should I be scared? Diego, yes. Marcus, but like in a fun way. Me, like jail but make it festive. Diego, guys, this is gonna be epic. Marcus, I got glow sticks and Capri Suns. Diego, fog machine secured. Marcus, balloons that say happy birthday or we tried. Diego, both. Eli, OMG. I thought they'd flake out. That something would stop them. Like logic. Or parents. Or common sense. Nope. They were locked in. Full-on mission. Impossible mode. And poor Eli? He didn't sleep for 2 days. Honestly? Same. None of us knew this would become the most talked about event of the year. But every dumb legend starts the same way. With 2 idiots, too much confidence, and a fog machine. Friday night. Less than 24 hours till chaos. It hit us hard around 9:47 p.m. when the group chat came back to life like some cursed prophecy. Marcus, leaving now, got everything packed. Diego, fog machine, speakers, extension cords. Me, y'all gonna get arrested. I'll testify against you. Eli, why am I sweating? I'm not even doing anything. Diego, it's your birthday, your crime. Marcus, our crime. Happy birthday, Sparkling Heart. And somehow I, the only voice of reason, got a pointed lookout, meaning I stayed online, refreshing the neighborhood's group chat for any HOA Karen-type activity. Long story, but yes, I hacked into it. 11:23 p.m., the shadow duo assembles. Behind the community center, Diego and Marcus met up dressed in full black like dollar store ninjas. Diego had a giant duffel bag filled with illegal vibes. Marcus brought snacks, a Bluetooth speaker, glow sticks, and way too much Capri Sun. You ready? Diego whispered. Marcus nodded. Born ready. Then a car drove by, and both of them ducked like they were on an FBI watch list. They cut through 3 backyards. At one point, Marcus tripped over a sprinkler and face-planted. Bro, I'm fine. Stealthy as hell. They paused behind Ms. Langley's house, the retired English teacher with binoculars and motion lights that went off if a moth sneezed. Diego tossed a glow stick across her lawn to trigger the lights on purpose. Gio, he hissed. They sprinted low like awkward gremlins, backpacks flapping, and dove behind Eli's trash bins. Bro, Marcus panted. We're gonna die. We're gonna rave. Diego grinned like a lunatic. 1:12 a.m. The setup begins. Eli's backyard was peaceful. Perfect grass. Patio lights. A shed in the corner. The calm before the glowstick storm. Fog machine, placed near the porch. Extension cord, plugged into an outlet behind the grill. Bluetooth speaker, connected with a bloop. Balloons, glowing faintly thanks to LED inserts. Fog, started rolling out like an episode of Scooby-Doo. Marcus tied up lights. Diego adjusted the fog machine like a man disarming a nuke. 2:07 a.m. First panic. The fog machine made a weird gurgling sound. Is it supposed to do that? Diego asked. Is it gonna explode? Marcus said, hiding behind a chair. Turns out Diego didn't screw the fog fluid tank tight enough. It leaked, and the porch smelled like melted plastic and Axe body spray. Diego wiped it with a towel and yelled, "We're fine." Spoiler, they were not fine. From my room I texted. Me. It smells like y'all are cooking fog. Marcus, define cooking. Me. Like you might be starting a fire. Diego yees. 2:27 a.m. Final countdown. Everything was set. Balloons glowing. Fog rolling. Glow sticks hanging in trees. Music ready. Marcus pulled out the final touch, a spinning mini disco light. It plugged into the same extension cord and started casting rainbow sparkles all over the yard. It's time, Diego said. You mean to party? I mean, to awaken the beast within Eli. They stood in the center of the lawn. Fog swirling. Lights spinning. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, BB birthday. Turn up, B-Day boy, yeah. Super Z. Marcus screamed. A balloon popped. The fog machine coughed. Upstairs, a very angry father rolled over in bed. Birthday or battlefield? 3 a.m. sharp. Lights flashing. Fog swirling. Music thumping like someone kidnapped a DJ and made him remix a clown anthem. And in the center of it all, Marcus and Diego dancing like lunatics. Upstairs, Mr. Thompson, sleeping, peacefully. For now, Eli, also sleeping, dreaming of something wholesome, like holding hands with the girl from chemistry class and not being woken up by a backyard rave. 3:01 a.m., the awakening. Eli jolts awake like someone hit him with defibrillators. Musical notes turn up, it's your birthday. Musical notes. He stumbles to his window. Fog. Lights. Marcus doing the worm on the lawn like he's being exorcised. What the? He cracks open the window. What are you guys doing? Super Z. Diego shouts, spinning with a glow stick like he's summoning a rave spirit. Bro, you're 17 now. Marcus yells midworm. Live a little. 3:02 a.m. Dad mode. Unlocked. Across the hall, Mr. Thompson sits straight up like a haunted doll. What the hell? Carla, get down. His wife. It's probably just the neighbors. The neighbors don't have fog machines. He's already up, grabbing the bat, the metal one with Peacekeeper engraved on it. Wearing nothing but boxers and rage. 3:03 a.m. Sir appears. The porch light flips on. The fog splits like Moses parting the sea. Mr. Thompson steps out like he's entering a war zone. Metal bat in hand. Eyes glowing with veteran fury. What the hell is going on in my yard? Marcus lets out a screech that only dogs can hear. Diego, panicking, sir. I know this looks bad. You've got lasers. You've got smoke. You've got my backyard looking like Coachella. Eli's voice from upstairs. It's a birthday surprise. More like an ambush, Mr. Thompson growls. 3:04 a.m. The balloon that broke the night. Pop. One of the balloons explodes, echoing like a gunshot. Mr. Thompson drops into a crouch like he's back in combat. Carla, call the police. We've got hostiles. They're just kids. Eli yells. Worse. Teenagers. Unpredictable. 3:06 a.m. Operation Meltdown. Marcus trips over a glow stick, crashes into the fog machine, and knocks it sideways. It starts hissing and blasting fog in random directions like an angry vape dragon. Diego tries to unplug everything. Yank. Sparks. Darkness. Silence. For half a second, nothing. Then, whoop whoop. Sirens. Red and blue lights flashing down the block. Oh no. I whispered from my room. watching the group chat explode. 3:08 a.m. The cops arrive. Marcus immediately surrenders. I'm sorry, I'll never throw a birthday party again. Diego tries to act chill, gets tackled into a lawn chair by Officer Ramirez. Eli sprints out in pajamas. Stop. I know them. It's a birthday thing. Mr. Thompson is pacing like he's ready to arm wrestle a tank. An officer shines a flashlight into Marcus's eyes. You want to explain what's going on, kid? Marcus, breathless. It's my friend's birthday. We had glow sticks and fog and a clown remix. 3:10 a.m. The explanation. Eli lays it all out. They were his friends. It was meant to be a surprise. He didn't know they were this dumb. The fog machine may or may not be stolen. Officer Ramirez, blinking. So, you broke into your friend's backyard, set up smoke, lasers, and rave music at 3 a.m. as a birthday gift? Diego, still lying in the grass. Yup. Another cop starts laughing. 3:14 a.m. The aftermath begins. No arrests, but a very intense lecture about disturbing the peace and don't be morons. Mr. Thompson hasn't said a word in 5 minutes. Just glaring. Marcus cries into a balloon. Diego collects the fog machine like it's a fallen war hero. And me? Watching the chaos unfold from the group chat. Me, y'all are actual clowns. Marcus, please tell my mom I died bravely. Diego, worth it. Eli, I hate you. But also thanks. Marcus, I can't feel my legs. Me, probably cause you fell on a glow stick. Diego, legendary. The fog machine's final breath. 3:15 a.m. Post-apocalypse vibes. The backyard looked like the end of a war movie. Everyone standing around in silence, trying to figure out what just happened. Eli, barefoot, wearing pajama pants, staring into the void. Diego, dripping fog fluid, holding a half-deflated balloon like a survivor. Marcus, blinking into the flashlight like a raccoon who saw God. Mr. Thompson, arms crossed, bat in hand, radiating military-level disappointment. 2 cops, having a quiet conversation near the grill. And Ms. Langley, the neighbor, storming through the gate in a floral bathrobe, clutching her iPad like it's evidence in a federal case. Also the fog machine, still making this weak hissing sound, like it was dying but didn't want to go down without drama. 3:17 a.m. Let me talk to the birthday boy. Officer Ramirez turned to Eli. So this your house? Eli nodded like a man being sentenced. These your friends? There was a pause. Unfortunately, Ramirez raised an eyebrow. You want to press charges? Marcus gasped like he'd been betrayed. Eli didn't even blink. No, I just want to go to sleep. And possibly move to another state. You sure? Pretty sure your backyard is now haunted. Diego tried to lighten the mood. It was all out of love. A memory. A gift from the heart. Mr. Thompson muttered. So is trauma. 3:19 a.m. The lecture. Officer Ramirez shifted into dad mode. Full disappointed uncle energy. What were you guys thinking? You could have been hurt. This could have gone very differently. You lit up the entire neighborhood with a fog machine like you were summoning something. Diego tried defending it. But we didn't technically trespass. Eli's our friend. And his backyard is like communal? Ramirez stared at him. You were blasting clown techno at 3 a.m. Marcus whispered. It was a birthday remix. Even the other officer couldn't keep a straight face at that one. 3:22 a.m. Enter the HOA Karen. Ms. Langley, robe flowing, slippers slapping the grass, marched up and held out her iPad like it was a search warrant. I recorded the entire thing. There were balloons popping. One of them sounded like a gunshot. I want a formal apology. Diego held out a Capri Sun. Would you accept a juice pouch and our deepest regrets? She looked like she was going to combust. Eli's mom came outside then, holding a mug of tea, took one look at the chaos and just said, this family needs to live in a cave. 3:25 a.m. Marcus breaks. Marcus just snapped. I'm sorry, okay? I thought it would be funny. I bought glow sticks. I did the worm in fog for friendship. Everyone stared at him. Ramirez asked, you did the worm? Diego nodded solemnly. He committed. I got a twig in my butt, Marcus muttered, eyes full of regret. 3:30 a.m. The fog machine's last words. Just when things seemed to be calming down, the fog machine hissed one last time. Then it sparked. Then it coughed. Then it shot out one final dramatic cloud and collapsed like a soldier falling in slow motion. Ms. Langley screamed and dropped her iPad. Diego shouted, "It's okay. She's just being dramatic." Officer Ramirez shook his head. "Party's over. Pack it up. Go home. And for the love of all things holy, go to bed." 3:45 a.m. Cleanup crew of shame. The fog machine was wrapped in a towel and buried in Diego's trunk like cursed treasure. Lights unplugged. Balloons popped. Glow sticks snapped. Diego turned off the music still playing from his phone, which had been stuck on a loop. Marcus threw up in a bush. Not from alcohol, just pure humiliation and nerves. 4:12 a.m. The ride home. In the car, Diego looked at Marcus. "We kinda pulled it off." Marcus blinked. "We definitely got cops called on us." "Yeah, but did you see that fog roll out?" "I saw my life flash before my eyes." Then they both started laughing. That exhausted, chaotic, post-disaster laughter that sounds half crazy and half relieved. Meanwhile, at Eli's house, he sat wrapped in a blanket, sipping tea while his dad hosed down the backyard and muttered about teenagers and war crimes. Eli opened the group chat. "Diego, mission complete. Marcus, 2 broken balloons, 1 twig, but would do again. Me, y'all are actually insane. Eli, thank you. Also never do that again. Diego, never say never." Damage control and urban legends. Sunday, 10:42 a.m. Eli woke up like a man who had been hit by a glitter truck. His phone? 67 new messages. Some from us. Most from random classmates. People he hadn't talked to since sophomore year suddenly cared about his well-being. First text he read. "Yo, did you actually get arrested at your birthday?" Next one. "Heard your dad pulled a bat on the SWAT team." Even a cousin from New Jersey chimed in. "Bro, WTF, I saw something about a birthday rave and police. Are you alive?" Eli just sat in bed, reading everything with the expression of someone who aged 10 years overnight. "I'm going to actually implode," he muttered. Sunday, group FaceTime, damage control mode. Diego called an emergency meeting. He popped up on the screen wearing sunglasses and sipping a juice pouch like he'd just headlined Coachella. "All right. Debrief." Marcus was on the couch with an ice pack on his face. He had no injuries. Just vibes. "I think my legs are still numb," he said. Eli joined last. "Hoodie up." "But over the hoodie." "Soul completely gone." "Explain," he said. "Explain how this got so out of hand that my grandma called my mom crying because she saw a Reddit post about it." Diego leaned back. "Okay. So, pros and cons." "No," Eli said. "No pros." Diego held up a finger. "You are now a legend. You are now on thin ice." Meanwhile at school, word had already spread. By noon, the story had mutated. Someone said it was a DJ battle gone wrong. Another rumor claimed someone was airlifted from the backyard. By Monday morning, half the school believed Eli's dad chased Diego across the roof with a taser while Marcus was arrested mid-worm. None of that was true. But we also weren't correcting anybody. Monday morning, hallway hysteria. We walked into school like celebrities returning from a scandal. People were whispering, staring, laughing. One freshman whispered, "That's them." Diego bowed like royalty. Someone high-fived Marcus and said, "Happy birthday, man." Even though it wasn't his birthday. Eli just pulled his hood tighter and kept walking. Homeroom, the principal arrives. Just as we were settling in, the door opened and Principal Dobbins walked in holding a manila folder and a look that said, "I've seen things I can't unsee." Diego. Marcus. Eli. Office. Now. Whole class. Who? We stood up like we were heading to execution. As we walked out, Diego whispered, "If we go down, we go down raving." Eli replied, "I will smother you with a fog machine." The office confession hour. Principal Dobbins sat behind his desk like a man trying very hard not to scream. So, a 3 a.m. unauthorized party. Fog machines. Lasers. Police. Neighbors complaining. And balloons that sounded like gunshots. Diego, they were decorative. Principal, you had a light show. You had a soundtrack. One of you did the worm. Marcus raised his hand. "That was me, sir. I don't even know where to begin." Eli cut in, dead serious. "I didn't plan it. I didn't know about it. I was asleep." Principal Dobbins sighed. "That's the only reason you're not suspended." Marcus mouthed thank you to Eli like he just saved his life. The warning. No suspensions. But this is a written warning. You're not in trouble now, but next time. Next time? Eli interrupted. There is no next time. Diego muttered. That's what you think. Principal Dobbins looked like he was rethinking his life choices. Go to class. And for the love of everything sane, please stay out of the news. Back in the hallway, Marcus whispered, so technically, we pulled it off. Eli stopped walking. I hate you both. Diego grinned. But deep down, you're impressed. Eli didn't say anything, but he didn't deny it either. Legends and lunatics. By Monday lunch, we were no longer just those kids who hang out by the vending machines. We were the backyard rave squad. Someone made a TikTok edit of Marcus doing the worm in slow motion with dramatic violin music. It got 12,000 views in a day. The caption said, "Me fighting for my life in Eli's backyard at 3 a.m. There were already 3 different hashtags. Hashtag backyard rave. Hashtag birthday but make it illegal. Hashtag fog boys. That last one? It stuck. Marcus hated it. Diego embraced it. I rolled with it. Eli tried to pretend he didn't know us. The rise of fog boys. Diego walked into chemistry class late, looked around, and said, sorry. Fog-related trauma. The sub didn't even question it. During gym, someone yelled, wow, it's the fog boys, and 2 random dudes gave us fist bumps like we were celebrities. Marcus leaned in and whispered, do you think I can put this on my college apps? No, I said. Absolutely not. But what if it? Still no. Meanwhile, Eli in denial. He tried to blend into the background. Hoodie up. AirPods in. Avoiding eye contact like he was in witness protection. Unfortunately for him, everyone wanted the tea. In math class, 2 juniors passed him a sticky note that just said, was it worth it? He wrote back, no. Also, tell your cousin to stop demanding me. The memes begin. First meme, a screenshot of Diego mid-sprint from someone's Ring camera. Caption, when you hear the cops pull up but you still gotta save the fog machine. Second meme, Mr. Thompson's porch light, with the text, final boss unlocked. Third meme, Marcus on the ground mid-worm, labeled, me trying to escape consequences. We were everywhere. Eli wasn't even mad anymore. Just exhausted. Mentally. Spiritually. Tuesday, things escalate again. During lunch, someone snuck up behind Marcus and hit a fog machine sound on their phone. He jumped so high he spilled his entire tray of nachos onto the floor. A table of freshmen applauded. He stood there, arms out, covered in cheese sauce like a sad gladiator. Why does this keep happening to me? Diego patted his shoulder. Greatness attracts attention. I smell like Velveeta. Iconic. The teacher who kinda respected it. Mr. Reynolds, our English teacher, pulled Diego aside after class. I shouldn't say this, he whispered, but that's the most effort I've seen any of you put into something all year. Diego lit up like he got a scholarship. Really? Don't push it. Eli finally cracks. By Wednesday, Eli had reached his breaking point. He sat down at lunch and slammed his tray on the table. No more fog. No more worm. No more birthday music remixes. We all stared at him. You made me a myth against my will. Diego looked genuinely confused. You're welcome. Eli glared. If one more person says, turn up, birthday boy, I'm transferring schools. Marcus raised a finger. Quick question. Does a happy B-day, king count? Eli walked away. Group chat that night. Eli, someone at school called me Lil Ravy. Marcus, you gotta admit, kinda slaps. Me, it really doesn't. Diego, bro, we need shirts. Eli, I hate all of you. Marcus skull, but do you hate the shirts? Eli, birthday cake. I swear to God. We weren't trying to make him a legend. We were just trying to do something fun. But by the end of the week, Eli wasn't just a guy who read manga in the library. He was the birthday rave kid. And this school doesn't forget stuff like that. Ever. The assembly and the accidental cult. Thursday, 8 a.m. We knew something was off the second we walked into school and saw the folding chairs in the gym. Principal Dobbins stood at the entrance, sipping coffee like he was trying not to scream into it. That was never a good sign. Mandatory assembly, he grunted. All students. Gym. Now. Diego whispered, oh no. This is about us, isn't it? Eli, don't flatter yourself. Marcus, if they play the clown remix, I'm dropping out. 8:15 a.m. The principal's address. The lights dimmed. The gym fell quiet. Dobbins took the mic like he was about to perform spoken word poetry. Good morning, students. I want to talk about choices. There it was. About community. About safety. About respecting your neighbors and not throwing unauthorized social events that involve fog machines. Collective OHHHHH from the students. Someone clapped. Dobbins glared into the crowd like he could sense who it was. I am aware some of you find this funny. I assure you, the local police department does not. Diego leaned toward me and whispered, Did we just get name dropped in an official school address? You should not be proud of that, I said. I'm not, he whispered. But I am. The real problem. Apparently, thanks to our little backyard rave, other students tried to copy it. One group of juniors set off a fog machine in the school parking lot on Wednesday. Another kid brought in glow sticks and handed them out between periods. Someone printed out Fog Life flyers and taped them to every locker in the science wing. Now the staff was in full panic mode. We are not starting a trend, Dobbins said. This is not a movement. This is not a club. At that exact moment, Marcus stood up. Can it be, though? The gym exploded in laughter. Dobbins slammed his clipboard on the podium. Sit down, Marcus. Marcus sat, but he didn't stop smiling. Back in the hallways. We were famous before. Now we were mythical. A group of underclassmen cornered Diego between classes and asked if they could join the Fog Boys. We don't take applications, he said. Only vibes. Someone asked Eli to sign their notebook. He said no. Someone else made a TikTok called Join the Fog, featuring clips of clouds, rave music, and a zoomed-in photo of Marcus Midworm. The caption said, We are inevitable. Friday, the birth of Fog Club. We didn't mean to start a club. We were just joking around in the library. Diego said, We should have a secret meeting spot. Marcus said, We already do. It's behind the vending machines. Then I said, You know the school has actual club forms, right? 20 minutes later, Diego turned in paperwork to the front office for an atmospheric exploration society. Under purpose, he wrote, to understand and celebrate the artistic potential of low-lying artificial clouds. We got approved in less than 48 hours. They thought we were a science club. The first meeting, 3 people showed up. One brought a humidifier. One had an actual science notebook. The third came with face paint and a boombox. Diego greeted them all with Capri Suns and said, Welcome, Foglings. Marcus handed out glow sticks. Eli showed up 10 minutes late, saw what was happening, and walked out immediately. I'm not enabling this, he said, slamming the door behind him. We kept going. The humidifier kid said, Should we study atmospheric pressure? Marcus said, Nah, let's see if this fog makes my dance moves look cooler. The science notebook kid just took notes the entire time like we were an exhibit. The Fog Boys were now official. We had a club. We had merch. Diego started designing shirts. We had enemies. Ms. Langley emailed the school board about us. And somehow, we had momentum. But Eli was done. He pulled us aside after school. This ends now, he said. Diego blinked. Ends or evolves. Eli looked at all of us. I swear on all things holy, if another balloon pops near me, someone's getting buried with that fog machine. Monday, 3:42 p.m. It started with a knock on Diego's front door. Then another. Then 10 more. Turns out Diego put Fog Club flyers around school with his address on them. Why? Because he thought it would be edgy and underground. So naturally, 5 kids and 1 very confused parent showed up at his house after school. Diego opened the door holding a glow stick in his mouth like it was a cigar. Welcome to the vibe. The parent situation. The mom, Ms. Nguyen, came with her son Jonah, a freshman who'd apparently been talking about joining the Fog Cult for 2 days straight. She thought we were some kind of new age therapy group. Is this like one of those meditation things? With incense and breathing? Marcus, if by incense you mean fog machine fluid, then yeah. Diego, dead serious. We're focused on atmospheric transcendence. She nodded. Wonderful. I'll bring juice boxes next time. She left feeling better than she should have. Jonah stayed. Kid brought his own disco light. He was in. Meanwhile at school, it gets worse. We were officially on the faculty's radar. They started cracking down. No more handing out glow sticks. No more fog-related drawings on whiteboards. One teacher confiscated Marcus's playlist and gave it to the principal, who apparently played it in his office out of morbid curiosity. And then came the accident. Tuesday, the teacher incident. Mr. Morales, the chill chemistry teacher, accidentally walked into one of our club meetings during his prep period. He saw fog, blinking lights, and Marcus trying to moonwalk on a slippery tarp. Instead of yelling, he just paused, then said, I don't want to know. Diego, you already do. Mr. Morales blinked. Is this approved? Marcus, yup. We're an educational society. I teach chemistry. You're creating a rave ecosystem. Then he just shrugged and left. That's when Diego said, we should recruit him. Eli's final straw. Eli found out about Morales during lunch. You dragged a teacher into this? He walked in on his own, Diego argued. You put up a poster in the science hall. Marcus tried to smooth it over. It's not like we're hurting anyone. Eli stood up. My mom said she got a call from the PDA. A concerned grandmother wants to shut down Fog Club because we're glorifying strobe culture. What even is that? Diego gasped. Wait, are we trending? Eli walked out. The PDA gets wind. Wednesday afternoon, the school secretary called Diego to the office. The PDA wanted to speak to the founder of the Atmospheric Exploration Society. He walked in like he was on trial for war crimes. 4 parents sat at the table. 3 looked confused. 1 looked like she was ready to exorcise him. We've heard some troubling things, the angry one started. Glow sticks. Music. A fog machine incident? Diego smiled. Those were isolated vibes. She narrowed her eyes. This sounds less like science and more like a rave cult. Diego, that's not entirely inaccurate. The chill PDA dad in the back chuckled. The ultimatum. Principal Dobbins joined the meeting. You've got 2 options, he told Diego. Disband Fog Club, or prove to us it's academically valid. Diego leaned forward. Define academically valid. Dobbins sighed. Give a presentation. Science-related. Real research. Charts. No lasers. No promises on the lasers. Diego. Fine. Back in the group chat. Diego, we're giving a presentation. Marcus. Like, for real? Me. We? Eli. Not it. Diego, we're gonna save Fog Club with PowerPoint. Marcus, can I wear goggles? Diego, please do. Eli, if I end up in another TikTok because of this, I'm deleting my identity. Somehow, we weren't just trying to survive high school anymore. Now we were trying to defend a club we didn't mean to start, with science we didn't understand, in front of a group of parents who thought we were 1 step away from joining a rave cult. It was officially out of our hands, but we were still in it. And Diego was already working on a slide that said, The Evolution of Fog from Science to Legend. Thursday, 2:17 p.m. The room smelled like stress and Capri Suns. We were set to present to the principal, 3 PDA members, and Mr. Morales, who apparently volunteered to be our faculty sponsor, just to see where this goes. We had 15 minutes, and 0 business doing this. The setup. Marcus wore goggles and a lab coat he borrowed from the nurse's office. He also brought a block of dry ice for realism. Diego showed up late, carrying a fog machine wrapped in a beach towel. Eli was there under protest, arms crossed, already muttering, I hate all of you, before the projector even warmed up. I handled the actual slides. Slide 1. Fog, not just for raves anymore. Slide 2. The science of condensation and vibe generation. Slide 3. Legends, loyalty, and low visibility. Principal Dobbins already looked like he had a headache. The presentation begins. Diego took center stage like a TED Talk was about to happen. Good afternoon. We are the Atmospheric Exploration Society, also known in some circles as the Fog Boys. Marcus hit a button. A video played of him dancing in slow-mo with fog swirling around him. No explanation. Just vibes. Diego continued, dead serious. We believe fog is not just an aesthetic. It is a science, an emotion, a metaphor for the human experience. The PDA lady who hated us whispered, Is this a joke? Diego nodded. Kind of. The science segment, sort of. Marcus stepped up next. He held up a diagram titled, Fog equals clouds but cooler. He explained something about vapor, temperature, and hydrological mysteries, which I'm 90% sure is not a real term. Then he grabbed the dry ice, dropped it into a cup of water, and let it bubble and fog up dramatically. The PDA dad clapped. The angry PDA mom pulled her purse closer. Chaos ensues. Diego, feeling confident, decided to plug in the fog machine. Just a little. Marcus, what's the worst that could happen? Spoiler, the worst happened. Diego forgot to check the setting. It was on max output. He hit the switch and the machine exploded with fog like a theatrical volcano. In 5 seconds, the room looked like a haunted house. Someone coughed. Someone else screamed. Mr. Morales wheezed, Oh my God, it's everywhere. The PDA mom yelled, Is this safe? Is this FDA approved? Principal Dobbins tried waving it away with a folder. Then the fire alarm went off. Evacuation mode. The hallway filled with students. Teachers poked their heads out of classrooms like confused meerkats. Someone yelled, "Yo, is that the fog club again?" The main office had to open the windows. Eli just walked out mid-chaos like a ghost, whispering, "I knew this would happen." Marcus poured more water on the dry ice to calm it down, which somehow made everything worse. Someone slipped on condensation. We may never know who. They disappeared into the mist. Aftermath, the principal's office again. Fog still hung in the air. Dobbins sat with his head in his hands. "You set off the alarm." "It was for educational purposes," Diego offered. "You fogged the PDA." "They asked for atmosphere." "You may have given a teacher mild respiratory issues." He volunteered. There was silence. Then Mr. Morales wheezed from the corner, "Still worth it." The verdict. No suspension. No criminal charges. But Fog Club was officially disbanded. Too dangerous. Too weird. Too foggy. Diego took it like a martyr. Marcus saluted as they unplugged the fog machine one final time. Eli finally smiled again. Group chat that night. "Diego, we may be gone." Marcus, "But we're not forgotten." Me, "I can't believe they pulled the fire alarm." Eli, "You pulled the fire alarm with your stupidity." Diego, "Legends never die." Marcus, "Unless they pass out from dry ice fog." Eli, "Never speak to me again." The last fog. 2 months later, graduation day. The sun was too hot. The chairs were too plastic. And the ceremony was dragging on like time itself was bored. But somehow, it all felt kind of perfect. We were sitting in rows, sweating in our robes, pretending to listen to Principal Dobbins read off scholarship names. I leaned over to Diego. "Any regrets?" He looked at me and grinned. "Only that I didn't buy a second fog machine. The yearbook came out the week before. And somehow, the Fog Boys made it into 4 different sections. Page 17. Most likely to be on the news. Winners, Diego and Marcus. Caption, known for a backyard rave, a now-defunct science club, and mild smoke damage to the PDA lounge. Page 53. Clubs of the Year. The Atmospheric Exploration Society got an honorable mention. Note, technically disbanded. Spiritually eternal. Page 84. Eli's senior quote. He submitted it the day after the fire alarm incident. It read, "I didn't choose the fog life. The fog life showed up at 3 a.m. and made me hate balloons." Page 92. Senior superlatives, biggest plot twist. Winner, Eli. Caption, started as a quiet manga guy. Ended as a school legend with a cult following and a PTSD response to fog machines. The last party. Graduation night. Diego invited everyone over for a chill bonfire. No fog. No music remixes. No police involvement. Eli actually showed up. He brought Esmores. He sat next to us. He laughed. It was weird. Good weird. Marcus even handed him a glow stick and said, "No pressure." Eli took it. Just held it. Didn't snap it. Didn't throw it. Just sat there, glowing faintly in the dark. Final group chat messages. Diego, "We did it. High school equals complete." Marcus, "Fog Club forever." Me, "Please don't make matching college hoodies." Eli, "No promises." Marcus, "Ugh, I'm gonna miss this." Diego, "I already do." Me, "Wait, where's the fog machine now?" Diego, "Buried. Deep in the garage. Like a fallen hero." Marcus, "If I die young, put a fog machine in my casket." Eli, "Absolutely not." And that was that. We weren't legends forever. The school moved on. The freshmen became upperclassmen. New drama replaced our chaos. But every now and then, you'd hear it. Someone whispering in the hallway. "Remember the backyard rave?" Or you'd walk past a classroom and see a glow stick wedged in a locker vent. Or during senior week, when someone slipped on the gym floor and the PE teacher muttered, "It's not another fog thing, is it?" We faded out. But not completely. You never really forget your friends, your mistakes, or the night you almost got arrested for friendship.